Shall we begin? Let's begin.
Yo. Welcome everybody. Welcome. This is the first of I hope many podcasts that we get to do, or vlogs, or whatever you want to call them, representing those Meadowlawn Middle School Lancers. So, hey man, I'm Mr. B, and today is Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. Almost forgot, Taco Tuesday. I guess I am new to this, but I'm not new to this. I used to do this on YouTube about 3-4 years ago when I first started a YouTube channel. I really just wanted to talk my opinion. Just wanted to get on here and bring awareness to the stuff I do, and but mostly just to connect with families, connect with students, connect with parents, because our education system right now is lacking information to the community. That's the sad part about it. So I just want to actually just start talking, and I did that a while ago, and I posted some videos, and I ended up getting banned from YouTube, demonetized for a while, and the algorithms. Get down. See my dog, he mess with my stuff over there. Sheesh. You want to say hi, Chance? Say hi. So our education system is very weird right now, because a lot of the people that are in office, they're in office. They're not in schools. They're in office. They're not in the community. They're in office. They're not in the classroom. They're not in the cafeterias. They're not in the gym. They're in the office. So they paper pushers. All right. It's a handful of people. And I'm in Pinellas County, Florida, St. Pete. Shout out St. Pete, Pinellas County. It's a lot of good people that fight for our students. They fight because they understand the importance of what needs to be done, what isn't being done, and they're willing to do the work because it needs to be done. Now, this whole COVID and quarantine and excuse me one second. All right, I had to get some juice. The whole quarantining and students going virtual, students brick and mortar, teachers doing dual teaching, simultaneous teaching in class and virtual, not having proper equipment to get the work done, not being able to turn assignments in. It took a toll on a lot of our students. It took a toll on a lot of our teachers. Some teachers couldn't handle it. I know some good teachers that actually left brick and mortar and did straight virtual because they couldn't handle the simultaneous. It was too much. So there's a lot of changes. There are a lot of things we're gonna have to get used to if we're going to continue this way of educating. So a little bit about myself, what I do at school. I am a social emotional learning coach or skill building coach. I do small groups, large groups. I teach individual skill building classes, courses. I am a overall social emotional learning skill building person on campus that works directly not just with the students but also with the teachers, with the administrators, and with the families. So look at it like this. You have a fifth grader that comes in from fifth grade into middle school. They might have spent the majority of that fifth grade year virtual, okay? Then they come into sixth grade and they decide to go brick and mortar. They haven't been interacting with their peers in a while. And that transition from fifth grade to sixth grade, from elementary to middle school, is very, very crucial when it comes to social building and skills and understanding how to interact appropriately in middle school now. So I try to stress to parents, start, really talking to your kids about maturing a little bit more, because that fifth grade behavior, elementary school behavior, is going to cause disruption, and it's going to cause your student to have a harder time transitioning when it comes to the workload, and also discipline. So it's a very tricky year, that year between fifth and sixth grade, and just adjusting. And as you see, they roll into seventh grade. They start to get a little bit more, to get the hang of it. They realize, it's middle school now. But the social skills are very, very, I don't want to say just not there, but they're lacking, because we've taken away the social skill building from elementary, and in middle school. They've taken them away, a lot of them. Used to have wood shop, home ec, things like that, to where they had to interact with each other, but also had to use their hands and learn different things and find a skill to actually build on. And a lot of our students, due to our online situation now and how we've been going over the years, our online activities, most of our students don't get outside and play anymore. They prefer just to play on their phones or play video games. So when they come to school, they don't have those social skills to know how to interact with their peers. They're going through puberty. When I say the word puberty to a room full of sixth graders who are, some of them are 10 years old, 10, 11, sometimes 12, they still like, ooh. It's still funny to them. It's still they're uncomfortable with it. So they're going through these changes and these emotions, and nobody is really there in the school to give them the skills and the guidance on how to manage those emotions. Okay, so that's what I'm there for. So we build upon learning our new emotions, because when you get into a new environment, sometimes you have no idea what emotions you're going to experience. And if you don't never experience those emotions, especially as a young student, you don't know how to deal with them. You don't know how to work your way through those problems that you're going to come across in middle school. So these are skills that we want to teach them now, so that way, once they get into 8th grade, going into 9th grade in high school, they know how to deal with these emotions that they're gonna have through this time in their lives. So social emotional learning is very important right now. We have a lot of students that are coming down with just being depressed because they can't go to school. Their parents won't allow them at school because of the COVID. Some students that just don't have that interaction with their friends that they used to have. They're not used to being in the house, and some students have gotten used to being in the house, and now they're in that rut of transitioning back out into brick and mortar. So that's something we all have to work on as a community, because it's not just affecting our students, it's affecting our teachers, it's affecting our loved ones, it's affecting our co-workers. So social emotional learning isn't just for kids, it's for students. It's a lot of adults who are missing the core fundamentals of social emotional skills. And you can just turn on the TV and see that now. We're looking at the Derek Chauvin case, the ex-police officer who killed someone in the middle of the street. So social emotional skills perfect example. If as you listen to the evidence and you watch the videos, I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but if you aren't, just for a quick reference of exactly what I'm talking about, watch the videos of the officer with his knee on this guy's neck and the reaction from the crowd doing exactly what we teach them to do when it comes to social emotional skills in middle school. All right. So this is the first day, basically what I like to convey to my students and teach. This is like the core of social emotional skills. It's okay to be emotional. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to get angry. It's okay to get mad. It's okay to get excited. It's okay to have emotions. It's not okay to let your negative emotions cause a negative outcome. It's not an excuse. So a lot of students say, well, I did it because I was mad. It's not an excuse because you were mad. So we have to lock in on teaching these young kids just because you're upset does not give you the right to behave in a negative manner. Because someone says something out of the way to you does not give you the right to physically attack them. Okay? It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be mad. It's not okay to let our emotions lead us to a negative outcome or lead us to a negative situation and then try to use that as an excuse of why it happened. No. So as you see an officer who was supposedly trained look at a group of people and ask him in a polite way. People pleaded with him. They asked politely, please, whatever emotions he was going through that day, that is what we call negative outcomes. We stand up to bullies. It's not okay to bully. I don't care who you are. It's not okay. And that's what we teach our students. We all know what horse playing is, right? We all know horse playing and sometimes a little bit going too far. And I think we all know what bullying is as well. But sometimes as adults, we look past our own bullying and we just say we had a bad day. Or we say we're emotional. Now somebody's dead. Somebody's hurt. Something negative is going to come out of our emotions because we couldn't handle our emotions. But we all want to be so social, but don't understand social emotional skills. So that's why I say this channel here is not just going to be for the students. We're going to have a lot of videos for the students. I encourage the parents to sit down and watch the videos with the student or with your kids, and just build with each other. Talk about your feelings. Talk about your emotions. Talk about how to handle them when they get at an elevated level of anger sometimes, or even excitement. Because sometimes we get excited and do stupid things. See it all the time. So, again, we're living in a crazy time. We're living in times where, honestly, if we're not in control of our emotions, it's most likely going to be a negative outcome. Just because of the times we're living in, people are so on edge. We have hate crimes every day. We have people dying every day. We have uncertainty of futures for our kids, our family members, our loved ones. Some people they're working jobs that they don't know if they're going to be at next week. Some people haven't recovered from their jobs they lost or were let go from or laid off or had to leave during the pandemic when it first started. So this is the time to really get your social emotional skills under control. This is the time, because we have to start showing our kids and our students how to control those emotions, because we're losing too many of them to negativity. We're losing too many students to the streets, to the hip hop culture that is leading them down a negative road. I'm not a hater. I love music. I loved what hip hop used to be, and I see it every day when I go to school. Sometimes it's like I'm walking into a rap video set, and not like an old school, Fugees, Diggable Planets, Digital Underground, Fight the Power, old school stuff like that. Something that has some substance to it. So parents, I encourage you, watch what your kids are doing, because I see it at school. One of my favorite things to tell the students is, if I invite your parent to come to school and just walk around with you all day and sit next to you, would you be looking at that on your phone? Would I have heard those words come out of your mouth? Would you have talked back to that teacher or interacted with that student the way you did if your parent was right next to you? Would you? And we all know the answers. So I'm just encouraging parents, just let's get involved more. If you have questions, you can always reach out through email. I'm going to be building this channel up. Summer's approaching real soon, so we lose a lot of students over summer because there's a lot of summer programs are shut down. So I'm going to try to do my part and continue to put out the information, answer questions, whether it be you just need advice on how to deal with teachers, how to deal with administrators. And again, I can't speak for everybody's school district. I'm here in Florida, and I know people talk crap about Florida education all the time. I have as well. I will continue to do it until we continue. As long as somebody talking crap, that means somebody got to try to improve it, and we always need improvement. So I'll say what's good about it, what's bad about it, and we have dedicated teachers here. Our teachers are burnt out, they're underpaid, but I work with some of the best people, some of the best administrators, some of the best PTA members who actually get out and help and know what they're doing. Some of the best teachers I've ever met in Pinellas County, but they're struggling. Our students are struggling. We need more parent involvement. We need more mentors. So I know if this is happening in my area, find out what's happening in your area. Okay? It's as simple as that, man. It's as simple as that. This is all of our fight, because all of us need it. Our parents, how many parents out there are struggling right now with getting calls from your student school, either about behavior, either about work assignments not being completed, or you not getting the answers you need to help your student. It's something going on that you can help your student. It's a handful of students that are getting straight A's and have no concerns at school whatsoever. It's a handful. Our students are dealing with, just in case you didn't know, parents, let me tell you what our students are dealing with, just in case some of y'all still sleeping right now. They're dealing with COVID. They're dealing with uncertainty of health, not just for themselves, but for their family members. What else are they dealing with? They're dealing with bullying. They're dealing with living in an adult world, but we still expect them to behave as children because we give them no children content. We give them all adult content. Listen to the radio, cut it on. Cut on TV, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. Some of y'all kids got OnlyFans pages and you don't even know it. You don't even know it. This is what we're dealing with, parents. We're dealing with students as young as the age of 11, 10, 6th grade, 7th grade, having sexual identity issues. This is what we're dealing with. It's real. It's not going away. So I encourage you guys to really, really reach out if you have questions. Talk to your students, talk to your schools, talk to your teachers, and I'm gonna continue to post content. And I thank you guys for listening. I hope you continue to listen. Hope you continue to reach out, and let's build together. I encourage everybody to reach out to your local school and become a mentor, especially for our young black men and brown men out there who are struggling right now. You know, so reach out, because most of our schools in our underfunded areas are predominantly brown and black. Okay, we have a lack of men, especially brown and black men, in our education system. Where the fellas at? You know, it's not the most luxurious job. It don't pay as much, but we got to get past the monetary aspect of what we're trying to do. Okay, so I'm gonna need some of my men to step up. You know, take the sacrifice for 5 years and see what you can make out of joining the education system and trying to teach these young men, because we need men in education. Okay, so I'm gonna get off my soapbox, because I go all day about that, because I know we need it. I know it's a lot of good people out there, a lot of educated people that got a lot to offer, and we just need to pass that knowledge on. That's it. So thank y'all for tuning in, and I will be back. So information will be below if you need to reach out to me. Mr. B, appreciate you listening. Stay tuned, and check your emotions.